1, go. Welcome back to Ssempa 360 tonight. I'm talking to George Oundo about his new book, My Long Journey to Victory. He's chronicling, I'm trying to say that right. He's narrating his journey from being a young boy who was recruited into homosexuality by his cousin at the age of 12. Talking about the ups and downs of that movement. And today, he's looking back as an addict, giving up that lifestyle. And he's warning parents about these lessons that he learned. This is a good book that you can be able to get. Now, George, they say that once a homo, you're always a homo. What do you think about that? And they think you are a hypocrite. They think that you are making this all up, and actually you are straight by day and you are a gay by night.
Gay by night. You know, they have said that, and they will still talk. You know, homosexuals are good at talking nonsense. Yeah, nothing they will say which will be good, because always what comes out of them is always bad. Unless they
So are they saying they're sour grapes?
Very much.
They're just not happy that they don't have your services anymore?
They don't have my services. You know,
Do they actually call you and say, George, I miss you? I mean, do they call you Georgina?
Let me tell you.
Your name was Georgina.
Georgina.
And you were acting like a woman.
Let me tell you, Pastor Martin, in the gay circle, I was a very big fish. I'm one of the co-founders of Queer Youth Uganda, the existing organization now.
What's that? What's Queer Youth Uganda?
Is queer means homosexuality.
Okay.
So the homosexual youths
of
Uganda. So I formed that organization, me and another friend of mine, and by then there were no funds. And I championed in many things. When I went to Nairobi during World Social Forum, everything is here.
World
Social Forum.
What's that?
World Social Forum, it was a forum at Kasarani, Nairobi. That was 2007, when all the world gathered in Kasarani, demonstrating if you're feminist, activist, homosexual activist.
Those are your roadmaps on homosexual activism.
Yeah, so we went there. So in the gay community, when I went to Nairobi...
Why do you keep calling them gay community? I mean,
to the homosexual community.
I really find that hypocritical. Why? I mean, we never talk about straight community. We never talk about stealing community. Why is it that these people who do these sexual acts...
Who do wrong.
Yeah, they could do wrong, must constantly be reaffirmed that there's some form of special exclusive community.
You know what, Pastor?
Aren't you reinforcing it by repeating it again and again?
I will not repeat it. So in the homosexual, we went to Nairobi, and when we went to Nairobi, I championed in many things. I think they are missing my services and the way they used to call me, because when I reached Nairobi, many Bazungu, white people came, and we were very open. In the evening, I saw in the newspaper of Nation of Kenya written, the African gay youths called for equal rights at the World Social Forum. And they put me, George Oundo, what I said at the forum. So I was doing very many things, and I was telling them, hey, we're here, we're gay. So I think they don't have a person who was like me.
So they miss you.
They will never get.
Do you think their prediction that you're going to go back? I mean, we've seen some homosexuals in America who even joined some ex-gay groups, and they went back. Others, they gave up the battle. They said, look, I can't fight these demons anymore. I'm just going to go back to them. Matter of fact, I read a guy who talked about in Australia. He says, look, I just couldn't fight these demons. I just went back.
Pastor Martin, let me tell you, my coming out from homosexuality wasn't easy. And you know my journey.
Is coming out like a one-time thing, or is it a process?
It is a process, a step by step. Like recruitment is not a one-day basis thing. The same with coming out. It is a step by step. There are some things you have to put down which you don't want.
What should a parent do to protect his children from homosexuality? From your own experience, when you say like recruitment,
is a process.
It's a process. If I'm a parent, what would you say to me? I'm a parent. I'm trying to protect my kids from homosexuality. What maybe are 5 things that I should look out or do or be? What do you think I should do?
Parent guidance is try to be friendly to your child.
Okay.
Two,
When you say friendly, that means non-hostile.
be concerned about what your child is passing through. You see, do you have time that your daughter or your son can tell you what he's passing through? So you have to keep that relationship.
But what if the child is very closed in? I mean, some of the kids who are usually they're very private, they're very closed in. What do you do about that?
I think when you're a parent and you can discern, you can know what your daughter or your son is passing through. Yeah, after understanding. And like me, we used to have a very difficult privacy between me and my brother, which my mom didn't know. And my brother could do it, and he could not stay at home, my cousin. He just go away. Then me, I go to school, coming back. In the evening, he will be coming back. When he gets his money, then he will come back to Kampala.
So was
like
he
that.
also being used by others? Then he was also used.
He was,
that a change?
he was into that. He had a chain. That's why I called my book Bound by the Chains of Homosexuality. After coming to Kampala, I got him already connected. He was already in the chain circle of homosexuality. Then me, George.
Then he recruited you into
me, George, a poor child, a village champion coming in the city.
What's your village?
Busia.
I came. This is where Fox Oundo is from. I just saw him on TV yesterday, and he was talking to us on the new legislation, registrations of persons bill, and there was a part about sex change, and he was saying that we should allow young people to change their sex. And when he was opposed, he says we are all homophobic. Uganda is all homophobic. Is it true that people from your part of the country, Badama, are very much into homosexuality?
I'm not a Madama.
What are you?
I'm a Samia.
It's Samia. Maybe Samia, you guys are close. Is this part of the culture?
It's not part. It is not part of our culture, Pastor. Homosexuality, change of sexuality is not part of African culture. Those are other things that Fox Oundo. So
what do you think about Fox Oundo?
Fox Oundo is a very land council, a very diplomatic person. He's honorable, but when it comes to the issue of homosexuality. I think let him sit down and then think twice with the Badama culture and with the Samia culture, African culture, Ugandan norms and culture. Then I think you can defend, but when you defend something which is wrong, it's not good. I felt bad. I was with him in court when they were narrowing the anti-homosexuality law, and we talked for some time, and I told him, you know, this is wrong. Then he told me, you know, George, you left it, but you know, there are some people doing it. Then I told him, yes, you have to protect even those people to leave it, but don't support them to continue doing it. So when he comes out and then start to advocate and tell people, these people also have a right, these people, yeah, we know they have a right like any other person, but they don't have a right to do a wrong act, which is contrary to the law.
Issue. You say, number one, we should be friends, but I also want to ask you about homosexualists. There's a difference between a homosexual and a homosexualist. A homosexual is the one who practices the act of homosexuality, and a homosexualist is one who advances the gospel of homosexuality. And sometimes these are two. You may find a homosexualist is married and he has a wife and children. I mean, we don't know if he's doing it secretly. How dangerous is a homosexualist in terms of the threat this is to the children and the families?
In my book here, the way you have said me, I called it liberalization. You know, there are many types of recruitment into homosexuality. Not only a person who does homosexuality has an act is a recruited person or is a recruiter. There are many people who are recruited in different types of ways. When I talk about environmentalist recruitment, who is an environmentalist recruitment? These are people who are recruited because of the environment they are in. For example, the point of need that a person is in is an advantage to a recruiter. So this person is recruited. For example, there are many young people who want school fees, they want jobs, they want scholarships, they want good life to stay in. So because of the environment and the point of need that he's in, he will find this predator, a very strong homosexual predator, a very good recruiter, then we recruit him into homosexuality. And this person will come into homosexuality, not that because he wants to do homosexuality, but because of the environment and the situation, the point of need he is in will make him recruited into homosexuality. Then those are the people you find claiming, I was born a homosexual, forgetting that he was recruited at the point of need. He wants school fees, he wants job, he wants this. So those ones are also there. Recruitment. Then you find that a person is in cell, is in Luzira prison, and he has stayed there for many years without having sex. You see, then he finds the homosexual predator there. So we'll introduce him first to a first level, programming his mind. Then eventually you'll find this person, this young boy, because of the environment he is in at the Luzira prison or in the other way, in anywhere that he's put close, he will be doing it. So those are called environmentalist homosexuals. In Uganda,
You call them environmentalists.
Environmentalists.
For me, I call them homosexualists.
Listen,
Because and I'm with
in
you.
America,
I'm with
in
you.
Uganda,
I want to go back to the parent. So the parent must be friendly.
Yeah.
What else must the parent be?
they must know who is a friend to your son or your daughter.
What do you mean, a friend?
A friend. Your son is moving with who? Your daughter is moving with who? Coming today, he brings a friend at home. Then he's a girlfriend, introducing him to
friendship intelligence.
Intelligence.
Who is the friend? Who are the friends to your kid? How do I know the friends? I mean, they're now on Twitter, they're on WhatsApp, they're on Facebook, Messenger, texting. Many parents are in a technological war between the two of us.
You know, Martin, Pastor Martin, it happens that today you're a parent, you see, and your son will come with a boy and introduce this boy to you. Daddy, this is my friend. We studied with him. Because you are not concerned and you're not a responsible parent, you will just take it normal and say, this is a friend to my son. So sometimes this friend to my son will come at night to have a sleep. Then they will say, we are going to read books. Then eventually you will not know what they were doing. So you have to be responsible.
The parent needs to have an antivirus, a friendship antivirus.
True.
But now how do I know? Some of these kids, they hide, okay? But I'm sure about the issue of the bedroom. I want to talk to you about the issue of the bedroom.
The bedroom.
This cousin of yours is fondling you. There is many African parents who, because of our Africanness, the communityness, people's kids sleep together. And we don't ever think that anything like a cousin might be doing something sexual to his relative. But the days are different.
It is now time that...
Even boarding schools.
Boarding schools, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so you talk about friendship with a kid.
Friendship.
You talked about being intelligent about who their friends are.
Yeah.
What else do I need to know?
You know, you have to know what is really your son doing. You know, these phones, the internet, the Facebooking and the whatever. A very responsible parent must know.
So the parent must also be technologically intelligent. What's on there?
What's there?
I mean, kids have passwords and this.
Passwords, yeah.
So I need to have a password to my kids. Technology.
No, you have to know
what's on there. Listen, I'm going to bring
there.
on somebody else to talk about this issue. Technology, teenagers, adolescents, and parents. But you are telling me your own experience, and I wanted to get your understanding. You talked about mind changing. Mind setting. And I want when we do come back, I want to talk about this issue. How are the minds of people set? Because many people, they're thrown the argument, homosexuality is such a painful lifestyle, nobody would ever choose to go in there. There's a lot of arguments. But you are saying people are simply recruited, kanyewa,
At your point of need.
Your point of need. When we do come back, we're going to find out maybe your school fees problem could be your gateway to being sucked into the deadly lifestyle of homosexuality.
Yeah.
Stay with us on Ssempa 360. Be back after this.